Hello and welcome back to Ikai Se Anant. I'm Sneha and I hope you all are doing fine with your loved ones. We are doing abstract algebra and we are in group theory. After the definitions and examples, we saw a very special character of a group and called it abelian if the elements commute. So much has happened already. If you missed the previous videos, links are in the description box. Feel free to check them out. Also, if you are interested in doing real analysis, I have the entire course of real analysis for you. Whether you are doing it for the first time or you are revising it, sure that the videos are going to be of great help. In this video, we are going to understand what happens if an element is operated to itself inside a group, and hence we will define order of an element. Also, we are going to see some most useful and most important properties of an order of element. So without any further ado, let's just start. Before doing the definition, let us take an example first. Consider Z4, which is nothing but the set of integers from 0 to 3, is a group under addition modulo 4, right? Let us consider the element 3 and start operating 3 with itself. When you operate 3 with 3 itself, you will get 2. Remember, you are in the addition modulo 4. When you operate 3 with 3 itself 3 times, you will get 1. When you operate 3 4 times, you will get 0. Then you will get 3, then 2, then 1, and then next you will get 0. So I can see that there is a pattern when you are operating 3 with itself, and the pattern goes like 3 2 1 0 and 3 2 1 0, right? I also noticed that 0 is the identity of the group, right? And one thing to be noticed here, that the closure property which helps you to it is not a group. If you operate an element with itself and you get the result outside the set, you say that this set cannot be a group with the binary operation. So the minimum number of times you have to operate 3 with itself to get the identity becomes the order of the group. So here you can see that 3 is operated 4 times to get 0, and 4 is the minimum such number, and hence order of 3 in Z4, so order of 3 in Z4 becomes 4, right? You can do this exercise with all the other elements. For example, if you have to operate 2 with itself, you know that 2 addition modulo 4, 2 will give you 0, and hence order of 2 becomes 2. Order of 1 is 4 because you have to apply minimum number of times you have to operate 1 with itself is 4, and hence order of 1 is 4. Right? Comes the definition of order of an element. The element is defined as the smallest positive integer such that number of times you operate the element, you get identity. And for example, if a is the element and a raised to the power m is 0, for the smallest positive integer m, we say that order of a is m, and we denote it by OA. Example we did in Z4. In Z4, I can say that order of 3 is 4, order of 2 is 2, order of 1 is 4, and order of 0, well, it will be 1. We will see now the properties of order of an element. The very first property says that order of the identity is 1, and this is quite obvious because when we define order of an element, we need to find out the smallest m such that a raised to the power m is e. In case a is equal to e, I know that e raised to the power 1 is e, and 1 is the smallest such integer, and hence order of the element or order of the identity is 1. Second is, whenever you know the order of an element, you also know the order of its inverse. Let us say that order of a is n. That means n is the smallest positive integer such that a raised to the power n is identity. Whenever we take a raised to the power n in group, we are taking n copies of a under the binary operation. So this is nothing but a operated with a n times under whatever binary operation is there for the group. If you operate, since a is a group element, a inverse has to be in the group. If you operate the inverse element, a inverse, both the side n times, you will get e equal to a inverse raised to the power n. I can conclude that order of a inverse is also n. Next property says that if if a raised to the power m is identity, then order of a divides m. It's a very important property and mostly misread property. Whenever you find that in a group x raised to the power say 5 is equal to identity, immediate conclusion, mostly the immediate conclusion will be order of x is 5, which is not true. You should say that order of x divides 5, and then you have to find out, since 5 is a prime number, there are only two divisors, 1 and 5, so order of x can be 1 or it can be 5. If the element x is non-identity element, then its order is 5. So let us prove this. We are given that a raised to the power m is identity, and we need to prove that order of a divides m. Let us say order of a is n, and n is the smallest such integer. So I know by definition that it is the smallest such integer, right? Positive integer. If order of a is n, that means a raised to the power n is also identity. The very first case, if m is equal to n, then we have nothing to prove, because I know that order of a will divide m, which is nothing but n. The second case, if m is not equal to n, then I know by the properties of numbers either m will be greater than n or m will be less than n. But by the definition of order of an element, n is the smallest such integer, and hence m cannot be less than n. If m is greater than n, I can always apply the division algorithm on these numbers. I can write for m and n there must exist, so I am not writing the entire statement. M can be written as n into q plus r, where q and r are unique integers such that r has this property, right? R can be 0 or r should lie between 0 and n. It should be strictly less than n. If m is written like this, what will be a raised to the power m then? It will be a raised to the power n into q plus r, which is a raised to the power n into q, a raised to the power r. A raised to the power n is already identity, so this is e raised to the power q into a raised to the power r. A raised to the power m was given to be identity, so I got identity is equal to a raised to the power r, which is a contradiction to the fact that n is the smallest positive integer such that a raised to the power n is identity. Because my r has two choices, either r can be 0 or r should lie between 0 and n, it says that r has to be 0, right? Once r is 0, I know that my m can be written as n into q, and this says that n divides m, that is order of the element divides m. So whenever it is given to you that some element raised to the power m is identity, you should first think of this statement that order of the element should divide m. Next is order of a is 2, then a is a self-inverse element, and we talked about self-inverse element in our last video also. If order of a is equal to 2, that means a square is equal to identity. 2 copies of a should be equal to identity. If you apply a inverse both the side, you will get that a equal to a inverse, and hence is a self-inverse element. It's a very strong property of an element. If every element of the group becomes self-inverse, then we say that the group is abelian, that we did in the last video. Lastly, there is this observation. It says that order of a and order of any power of a are equal if and only if the GCD of the power and the order of a is 1, right? And it's a very special property, and we are going to talk about this property in our next video. I hope you understood order of an element. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe it and hit the bell icon so that you get all the notifications. We'll be meeting in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye bye.